Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and today is Sunday, which means it is time to set some cars free. And in front of me is the 40th anniversary of the 57 Chevy. You got 4 different highly detailed 57 Chevys in this case. I do have these 3, but I need that one, the black and gold one, the Smoky. They're in this corner. So the other 3 will be kind of extras. Actually, I need to upgrade for that one. There's a little mark in the one that I have open already, but the other 2 I think are mint. So I have a couple extras, and those will probably go to a good home. I'll probably give them away. So we'll find out where those go to down the road. Somebody needs one. But let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Maybe. She started to slide. There she goes. All right, out of the package. Got some old brown tape. We've got our Hot Wheels offer 2-year limited warranty you can send in for. All right, and then underneath here is all the fun stuff we get to do to try to get these out. Alright, there's one out of the way. Probably some poor Chinese kid that put all these in here. Since it was made in China. Otherwise I would have said Malaysian. But there's that one. Oh, I guess to play with Hot Wheels, I guess, all day, so it can't be too terrible as a child. Alright, there's that. This one isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes there's these wire ties and tape and all kinds of stuff, so slide these out. Oh, that one kind of already is coming out of the way. There we go. One more side, and then the fun one in the middle. I'm not sure how to get that out easily. I might look at the other one just to see what the bottom looks like. I feel like that rivet in there is kind of a pain. But we'll get these 3 out of the way. Alright. So here's the first one. Slide that out and around. Oh dang, they put that one like through there. Alright, throw that in the box. I went live. Did some testing with the new setup for the live. So I'm going to go live tonight also or this afternoon, I guess, at 4 o'clock. Is that one all the way through? Oh yeah, look at that. Guess that's what you get when you don't have an engine in there. If you don't expose it, there's not one there. And we'll just have fun. We're just kind of hanging out. And then I think down the road, I'll try to stay on the Sunday afternoons and then have some stuff ready throughout the week to go through. On that, I got to find a way to change up my setup just a little bit so we can, that one didn't go all the way through. So I have the camera angle that I can change in the middle of the videos. So all right, got one more here. Let's see what we're working with here. So underneath this, I guess I could just pull that off. see. Goodness. She's in there. How do I want to go about this? Get rid of that. I feel like putting a lot of pressure on the car, but maybe not. There we go. Goodness. All right, last one. They were not going to let you easily steal this one out of the package. That's for sure. I guess it was the best way to do it, to get that to spin on there. So, served two purposes. Because everybody in the store would have heard you pop that thing off that plastic. See, it kind of put some pressure on the wheels there. Of course, now I'm putting a lot of pressure on the wheels. Dang. All right, finally. That useful for anything? Probably not. You never know. It's already got 57 Chevy Custom on there. I could take the picture of the cars on there with its name, although I get rid of the background, so you can see. All right. So here's the one that it goes spinny in the middle. Yeah, nice red with yellow flames. So it looks like they painted the yellow. Even the base gets a little bit of yellow treatment on there. Painted grille, headlights, trim, rear trim, tail lights, Pro Circuit 5 spokes. So pretty cool. Said highly detailed cars. This is the one I didn't have loose already. So there's Smokies number 3, it's black and gold. So these have two-piece interior. So a lot of 57 Chevys, the interior, two-piece interior, window and the interior are all kind of together, are one piece. And so these are actually two pieces up from what I know of. I've never taken one apart, but if we took one apart, I think that's what we're gonna find. But all of your mainline stuff, most of them, because here's one that has chrome interior and clear windows. So this is one that doesn't, but let's see, I got one like here. This is kind of the usual, right? You got this tinted window and that thicker plastic for the seats make it look black. So you got cool tinted windows and black interior on that, and they match. And then for the blue tinted windows, so blue tint, and you get that transparent blue, because even when you thicken that up, doesn't keep it from being transparent. But anyways, so there's something a little different also with these cars. So you can see that blue tinted and black interior. Pretty cool 5-lug real riders there. Got fuel injection written on the side, let you know. And this one doesn't have a painted grille, but it does have headlights, got the trim, tail lights, and all that kind of stuff. And the fourth one. My lights are like way out of place now where we're at. There we go, that's a little better. So 5-lug real riders on this one as well. Pretty cool trim. You got Bel-Aire written in the back in gold. Got some dust in there somehow. And you see that interior. You got blue interior with a clear window. Unless they painted them, I guess that's possible too. But I know, like these obviously, I don't think would have been painted, but maybe, I don't know, or chromed in this case. But most of them are, I believe, are one piece, and they're all the same color. So you get a multicolor setup with that. So I'll get the picture of the Smokies. He's got a bum wheel. Let's see here, why is he bum? There we go. Just get a little stuck on there. There we go. Still kind of dragging. There we go. So I'll get that up on the website. That'll make number 110, I believe. Major variations, not even counting like the wheel and interior and base and all that kind of stuff. Just 100 different variations, 110 I don't have all the numbers in there. I got to get like this color effects in there. I got to get the, I say color effects convertibles. I got to get the color effects one also in there. I got these guys to add in. I've been showing them. Haven't put those in yet. I don't know what I'm waiting on for that. There's lots of convention stuff I'm going to put in there. I don't have all of them, but I'll try to put in enough to give you an idea of what you're looking for. So lots of work. We'll see what we kind of put on there today, but check out the MVP Hot Wheels website. If you have created an account and logged in the last 2 years, I went in and gave you a free month to kind of play around and build out your collection list. So if you're watching this, head over there and check it out. Go to the locator and go to the cars. You'll see that there's 4 buttons that pop up that you can click on: collection, wanted, upgrade, and trade. And you can use them appropriately. And if you start doing that, it'll build out a list for you for each of those that will show you how many cars are in your collection, how many you have that you want, the ones that you want to upgrade, and that list is shareable with your friends without them changing your information, of course. So you can show that information to somebody that you want to trade with, to be like, here's the cars that I want to trade, here's the cars that I'm looking for, and then they can look through those and then see if they have anything, and just make it a whole lot easier instead of this exchange of, what are you looking for, right? That's like the toughest question for, especially a collector like with what I do, right? Like, what are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for this car, over in this direction, and this car over here. Like, it's just crazy, right? So it just makes it easy. Like for me, I guess it's a little bit easier now since I have the website. You could just go on there, and if there's a wanted picture, that's probably a car that I need. So in my case, it makes it a little easier. That way I could go on there and do that. But for you guys, you could go on there and build your list and send that out, and that would have just the list of cars that you're looking for. Or if you wanted to keep track of the cars that you have, you could have that in there. And those lists are also filterable. So if you put 1,000 cars in that list, then you can filter it down to what you're looking for specifically. Like if you're going after a series, say like the Speed Machine series from 1983, you could go in there and in the series filter, put in Speed Machines, and only the ones that you have in your filter, your collection filter, or wanted, if you have a lot in your wanted, would show up, so that you know that you're looking for those cars. And then they're visible when you're in the main locator part of it too, right? That button will change color, so it'll change green if you have it, it'll change to red if you don't, and stuff like that. So but it helps you definitely keep track of what you got, what you're looking for, what you have available for trade. So go ahead and use it, especially if you made an account. If you make an account in the next week or so, I'll give you 30 days for free to try it out. You don't have to send me nothing. I'll be watching new accounts being made. And it's not like there's thousands of them, so it'll be easy to keep track of throughout the week. And just let me know what you guys think, what can make it better, and I'll send that information to the developer, and we'll see what we can do for some of that. Not spending a whole lot of money on it, so if we get into people subscribing, I'll use that money to upgrade the website. But kind of the small stuff I'll fix. If there's an issue or something is bugging or whatever, we'll definitely, that's within the realm of getting fixed. But major changes right now, kind of holding off until I get in a better financial situation to be able to pay for it and stuff like that, and then we'll go to town on it. So, but like I said, MVPHotWheels.com, head over there, check that out, subscribe on there, and then if you haven't subscribed on here and enjoying the set them free videos and all the other stuff, and like I said, we're gonna go live and have fun. Tonight we'll just kind of go over like eBay stuff, kind of like what I was doing last night as a test. We'll kind of let whatever the conversation we'll let it carry us to where we're gonna go. So if we want to talk about haulers, we'll go look at haulers. If we're going to talk about Cadillacs, we'll go look at Cadillacs. We'll go whatever, don't matter. So join us this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern, and we'll have fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Right.